Say I'm a new son. Like I'm saying the positive message. Since I was talking about the words. Like that. Well, my nose is going to be and it's not just not that. Last week, months or a half, nothing really. He's always created. Church relation doesn't come. And the future of them really doesn't know it. The child you should have known this. Relation from the council is
Morning to one and all present here. I'm your Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Ishita, and I welcome you all to the Humorous Speech and Evaluation Club contest of the Amrita Toastmasters Club. Here at the Amrita Toastmasters Club, we provide a supportive, positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we begin our humorous speech and evaluation contest, I request everyone to please keep their mobile switched off or on mute. Also, a disclaimer: discussion of sex, religion, and politics is prohibited in adherence to the rules of Toastmasters International, and mentions of the institution is also prohibited. Kindly try to use formal language and refrain from swearing or using offensive language during the meeting. I would also like to remind everyone to not indulge in crosstalk and to refrain from moving around while the speaker is on stage. If you have to move or leave the room, please wait until the speaker has finished speaking to prevent any disruptions. I would like to now hand over control to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Shaw.
Thank you very much to all of you who have attended here today. We're running a bit short on time, so I'll make this short. Thank all of you for attending. I know it's a working day. But still, thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for still coming here. I'll do my best to make sure all is granted. Thank you, Ram Guru sir, for joining us. Thank you, the Sergeant Task. Thank you to our PR chair, Toastmaster Pujashri. I'd also like to give a thanks to our Chief Judge, Toastmaster Sri Priya from Kid Toastmasters Club, who took this role very last moment. So thank you very much. Thank all of you. And with that, I'd like to hand over control to the evaluation contest master. Toastmaster done.
Good morning. I'm Toastmaster Damini, and today I will be your contest master for the evaluation contest. We will now begin the evaluation contest. The purpose of the contest is defined by Toastmasters is to encourage development of evaluation skills and to recognize the best as encouragement to all. We provide an opportunity to learn by observing the more proficient evaluators who have benefited from their Toastmasters training. I will now explain the rules for the evaluation contest. Eligibility. It has been confirmed that all contestants and test speakers are eligible. To be eligible to compete, a member must be a paid member of the club, area, division, and district in which he or she is competing, and their club must also be in a good standing, and not presently be an international district or area officer, not be a candidate campaigning for elected positions for the term beginning the upcoming July. Chief Judge, can you please confirm that the judges are qualified, they've been briefed and ready to go? Yes. Thank you. Contestants may not use digital or other devices during the contest to gain an unfair advantage. Please hand over all your mobile phones and electronic devices to the Sergeant at Arms. All contestants shall evaluate the same target speech, and once the test speaker has delivered a 5 to 7 minute speech, all evaluation contestants will be given 5 minutes to prepare their evaluation, and they will be handed a sheet for the same. They may make notes during the speech, but after, everyone except the first contestant has to hand their sheet over to the sergeant of arms. The sheet shall be returned to the other contestants as they are introduced to present their evaluation, but in the meantime, they will be sent to the breakout room. Other than the contestants, no one will be allowed in or out of the room once the contest has begun until the last speaker has spoken. The time of this evaluation is to be 2 to 3 minutes, and any speaker speaking less than 1 minute 30 seconds or more than 3 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. The timing cards will be shown as follows. Green at 2 minutes. Can you hold it up, please? Yellow at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And red at 3 minutes. So timer starts or begins at the time the first word is uttered or when any speaker uses any form of communication to the audience. There will be 1 minute of silence between speakers so the judges may complete their ballot sheets. At the end of the contest, all are to remain silent until the tally counters have collected the judges' ballot sheets in envelopes. Judges have been instructed to not consider time in their ranking of the speakers. And there is a secret tiebreaker judge known only to the chief judge. Protests may be entered only by the contestants or voting judges to either the chief judge or contestant. Announcement of the contest winners is final unless the list of winners is announced incorrectly, in which case the chief judge, ballot counters or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct the error. Are there any questions? Okay, so the order of contestants was randomly selected before the start of this meeting, and it is as follows. First, we have Toastmaster Subhashini. Second, Toastmaster Veda. Third, Toastmaster Anand. Fourth, Toastmaster Aditya N. 5, Toastmaster Harilaya. 6, Toastmaster Aarti. And 7th, Toastmaster Aditya School. First is Toastmaster Subhashini. Second is Toastmaster Veda. Third is Toastmaster Anand. Fourth is Toastmaster Aditya N. Fifth is Toastmaster Harilaya. Sixth is Toastmaster Aarti. And 7th is Toastmaster Aditya S. Now, let us proceed with evaluation test. For today, our test speaker will be Toastmaster Uday, and his speech title is Education. Education, Toastmaster. Education, Toastmaster Uday, Education. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. What do you guys think of it? Is it true? Okay, let me ask you a question. How many of you here hate exams? Yes, even I too hate exams. A research says we met 6 types of people during our exam days. Let us see one by one. The first comes the most hateable person during the exam days. It's nothing but the topper gang. I literally hate the toppers. Like exam is their season. Like they have every notes for each and every single subject and marking up the important points with highlighters, while the backbenchers have single note for every subject. And the next comes the high rollers. The high rollers are the one who live at the edge of the cliff. Before exam, you can see them sitting very calmly as like there is no exam tomorrow and chilling like they are in holidays. Like scrolling Instagrams. If Instagram shows screen time, what they automatically move towards YouTube. But one night, the last night before exam, they studied very rigorously as like there is no one in the world to study like them. The one thing is default among them was they choose a topic and thought it was important and studies concentrates only on that topic. It may come or it may not, but they write the question what they study. I think most of us are high rollers here. Even I'm a high roller. Who's the high rollers here? Yes, high five to all the guys. And the next comes the fabricators, the most strategic peoples. Why? Because we came across the dialogue, default dialogue during the exam is from our friend. It's nothing but I didn't even study anything. I don't even open my book. Just the default dialogue we all hear from our friend. But fortunately or unfortunately, they got passed or even they get 50-60% in exams. And the same default dialogue came from them was, I didn't write anything in the paper. How they put the marks, I don't know. And we all feel like, seriously? And the next is Varivats. They are the people who are the complete mess before last few minutes of the exam. They pray to God like, oh God, please ask the question what I study. And they discuss all the topics with toppers, middle row guys, and even backbenchers. And at the last few minutes, they revise all the topics. It's a little bit confusing, right? And the next comes the night owls. They are the person who takes exam very seriously. Like they study day and night. They revise the whole entire syllabus thrice, but they still feels like they want to revise more and more. Any night owls here? Yes. And the final one is the most lovable person during the exam days. Any guesses who's the most lovable person? Like in your real life, who's the most lovable person? I mean, in real life. Okay. Okay. In real life, the lovable person in our real life is mom, right? So the same mom character during exam days, what they do? They are the person who teaches us the entire syllabus during the last 10 or 30 minutes before the exam. It is the same syllabus, same topics. Our professors taught us during the during the entire semester, but we don't understand that time. But when they teach us, we'll understand that fortunately we'll got passed in the exam. At that time, that person feels like God to us. Is it true? Okay, let me say a question which everyone has in our mind. Like in school days, we all study how to do algebra, how to do a graph, and the most hateable topic during school days. Any guesses? Particularly in 10th standard. Trigonometry. Yes, you guessed it right. So I literally hate trigonometry. And in college, we all study how to do integrations, differentiations, Maxwell's law, Bernoulli's law, blah, blah, blah. But we all don't know why we study that and where we are going to apply it. Anybody knows here why we study that and where we are going to apply it? No, right? If anybody knows the answer, please let us, the confusing people knows, because we are confusing why we study that. And a final question to you all guys is whether intelligence important or education important? Okay. This one. Never confuse education with intelligence, because someone can have PhD but still they are learning. You can have intelligence without education, but you can't have an education without intelligence. Yes, thank you. Thanks to our test speaker, contestants will have 5 minutes to prepare their evaluations using this sheet. Timer, please indicate when 5 minutes are over. Thank you, timer. Please start writing. Everyone except the first contestant, hand over your sheets. Will be sounded at once. Now, consider this to escort all the other contestants out the room. Start. So I would like to call upon our first contestant, Toastmaster Roshni. Toastmaster Roshni. Please say evaluation contest 1, 2, 3 and lower item. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. Are they audible? Yes. Thank you. Morning, everyone. Pratik here. First of all, I would like to thank Toastmaster Vijay for delivering such a wonderful speech. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to hear. The speaker started by asking, do you all who hates examinations? And no words rang truer in my head, considering I skipped preparing for an exam I have at 2 p.m. today just to come deliver the evaluation bill. The speaker had a very thoughtful topic picked out, education, something that's very relatable to all the students here, something we don't like talking about, something we like to avoid, and was able to convey the topic with such nuance and with a really good hand gestures. I liked how the speaker pointed, used very good hand gestures, put their hands here and there along with their speech. And I liked how the speaker had continuous audience engagement. So the speaker had heard the speech started with a quote, and then we had subsequent point wise, and per point there were questions. So the audience was continuously engaged and listening. Now the speaker was very comfortable on stage and had no signs of nervousness. He was very comfortable in the topic as well. So kudos to you for that. And throughout the speech, there was very good eye contact maintained. The speaker also had a pretty good use of intonation. So in sentences like, oh God, please, and even last 15 or 30 minutes of the exam, at that time, so these are the few places where I found where the speaker made very good use of intonation. And coming back to the point of relatability, what are relatable topics to students? Now, some suggestions I would like to give the speaker would be that the movement was a little distracting. So there was a lot of movement, and I would advise that as the Toastmasters has the recommended movement, which is you move in a triangle. So that way it will make the audience like not get distracted by the movement. So the speaker had very continuous movement that went around like this. Another point I think that should be improved was that there were odd pauses, so the overall pacing can be improved upon. And I would like more vocal variety in this. There was a lot of good intonation, yes, but there wasn't a lot of vocal variety. Overall, I felt that it was a little bit of a monotone. So I think adding more vocal variety can elevate the quality of the speech. And the speaker started with saying, roots of education are bitter, but the fruits are sweet. I would like to have heard more about how it is sweet since we focus more about exams. I think it would have been better if there were more points about how the fruits are sweet. And I think there should have been more of a connection from the start to the end. So overall, it was a really relatable and pleasant speech to hear. There was very good hand gestures, audience engagement, audience awareness, comfort on stage, eye contact, and intonation. And it would be nice to see lesser movement, better pacing, better vocal variety, and more connection to the whole speech. Thank you. Now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to fill out their ballots. Timers, please let me know when 1 minute has passed. Thank you. Toastmaster Veda. Toastmaster Veda. Please say evaluation contest 1, 2, 3 in a low and high. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. Are they audible? Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, I am Toastmaster Veda, and here is my evaluation on Toastmaster Uday's speech. It was a pleasure to listen to Toastmaster Uday's speech. Toastmaster Uday was like a Hollywood director. She introduced different personalities, different kinds of students, and took us through different journeys of their lives. First of all, I would like to say that Toastmaster Uday chose the right topic to speak, as it immediately grabbed the attention of all of the audience, as we are also students and we are part of the education system right now. Toastmaster Uday began with a little bit of audience interaction, and it immediately grabbed the attention of the audience. Toastmaster Uday also used gestures effectively. Toastmaster Uday was able to paint a picture using the words by introducing all kinds of students to us. But not only did she paint pictures with her words, but she also was able to paint pictures using her gestures. And we were able to imagine and think about each student's condition and their scenarios during their exam times. She also maintained constant eye contact and made sure the audience was participative while she took us through her journey. Some things that Toastmaster Uday could do to improve her speech and make it from good to great would be: Toastmaster Uday used phrases like literally, chilling, which could be avoided and could be replaced with more formal phrases which could make her speech sound more put together and more polished. Toastmaster Uday continued to narrate her story of each student in an entertaining manner. But I also felt like she tried, but I also felt like Toastmaster Uday's speech was a little disjoint. And towards the end, I felt like she could have brought a good ending to her speech by saying something more captivating or something that could have tied a knot to all the scenarios that she mentioned before. So finally, I would like to conclude by saying that Toastmaster Uday, you gave a great speech and we all enjoyed your speech. And I look forward to listening to more speeches by you. Thank you. We now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to fill out their ballots. Timers, please let me know when 1 minute has passed. Toastmaster. Toastmaster. Please say evaluation contest 1, 2, 3 in a low followed by high.
Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3.
Are they audible?
Good morning to all Toastmasters and guests. So, Toastmaster Uday, your speech was really fabulous. First of all, I would like to tell you that I'm very sorry to know that you hate toppers. Yes. And actually, I could call myself a topper, but to the others, I wouldn't say that I'm a topper. I would say that I'm a fabricator. I don't even study, and I somehow score the marks. I'm kind of good. Anyways, coming to the good aspects of your speech, you had a really good terms like high rollers, fabricators. They were really new, and the way you coined the terms for all of these people, it was really amazing. And the second point that I would like you to know is you had a very frequent audience interaction. As you keep describing every person, you are actually asking how many of you are like this. It was really good, and it actually made the audience to keep up with you. And coming back to the aspects that you could improve, your grammar could have been a little more better. Like sometimes you just missed a word just out of grammar, and a little more eye contact. Actually, I gave a lot of eye contact, okay, but mostly I noticed it was towards that side. You could also give it towards this side as well, towards the all audience. Uh, you moved a lot on the stage, especially if you see a lot of movements on the stage, it actually signifies that the person, the speaker, is actually very anxious. So you could actually restrict some movement, but not totally standing still. The Toastmasters actually recommend the three-way movement, like a triangle, like this. So you could actually follow that. And a little bit more voice modulation could also be nice. You actually said that fabricators say something like this. I did not even touch the book. And I somehow scored 60 marks. I don't know how. I didn't even write any answers in the paper. You could say it with more emphasis. So these are the things that you could improve in your speech. To conclude, it was a really good speech. Well done. Thank you.
Now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to fill out their ballots. Timers, please let me know when 1 minute should lapse. Toastmaster Aditya. Toastmaster Aditya, please say evaluation contest 1, 2, 3 in a low zone and then a high.
Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3.
Can the chief judge confirm their audible? Thank you.
Good morning, all. That was a great speech by Toastmaster today. Lovely topic, very interesting, very relatable. We're all college students. I'm a third year CSE student. And I'm a bit of every single personality type you described. I used to be a good student. I'm a night owl. I try to get everything done in one notebook. I try to fabricate a lie so others think I didn't study everything. I've tried every trick in the notebook and nothing works out. Okay, so it is an amazing speech, very well rounded, very relatable. It's something the audience could resonate with. So it's a topic that is very, very well picked because you know your target audience, you know how to get to them. But there are some things that can be improved upon. And They are some, you were repeating some words. Like was repeated a lot. Okay, so was repeated a lot of times. These are just a couple of words that were repeated the most dominantly. And there were some grammatical errors as well. I have written down a few, the most prominent ones. Let us know and came from them. These are just things that comes with slang. Maybe you might be thinking in some language and then translating it. And when it comes to that, you might make an error in translation, and that is okay. So once you write down structure of speech and then check the grammar, you have many tools online. If you can check the grammar, it might be better. So there are people who can understand as well. And I also noticed that this is the center of the stage. So you were moving more towards the right side of the stage. Your eye the way you made eye contact was more dominant on this side. And when you were, as you speak here, you also move to this side. And when you move this side, the clarity was low here. And when the clarity, some words I was not able to understand because when you turn here and spoke, it means there has to be some work on the clarity part of it. And you have to make more eye contact with everyone throughout in all directions. And I understand that there were not a lot of people in the back. So you wouldn't have to look there. But again, the eye contact was more dominant on this side. And the topic, it is a very linear topic. And that is fine because you connect one thing, then the next thing just goes in a train pattern. So all things are connected. But some parts of the speech were given more emphasis on. Some topics, some personality types had more emphasis than the others. And because of that, you weren't able to manage the time too well. The ending was a bit abrupt. You realize you have to cover the other topics, so you try to rush it a bit, and the ending was really abrupt, and that is fine. You can improve on that. And the pacing again, the pacing was also part of this. So when you in some parts, I think the toppers part or the mother part, you had put more emphasis on that side, so you weren't able to complete it. And some parts that I really love was the mom character that you brought in. You always, I'm a day scholar, so I live with my family. My mom's like, "Do you need something? Do you need some help?" It's always a very sweet gesture to have. And you absolutely owned the stage. You were really confident. You made eye contact with the people. Just the direction was wrong, but your confidence was amazing. You had vocal variations as well. Some parts you went high, you went low. You were able to manage it really well, and you brought many different timelines. You interacted with the audience, the 10th standard trigonometry things, the things you're learning in college. You were able to bring these things together. So overall, an amazing speech. Some things can be improved on, but I absolutely loved it. Thank you.
We now have 1 minute of silence to judges to fill out their ballots. Timers, please let us know when 1 minute is closed. Thank you, timer. Toastmaster Harilaya. Toastmaster Harilaya, please say evaluation contest 1, 2, 3 in a low tone and then a high tone. Low voice and then a high voice. Be sure. 1, 2, 3. So go check this. Evaluation 1, 2, 3. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. High voice. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. So good morning, judges, and good morning, my fellow Toastmasters. So I'm here to evaluate Toastmaster Grade. So the moment when Toastmaster Grade, when she came onto the stage, the first quote that she used, "Truth is bitter, but the truth is sweet." So the one quote emphasizes, the one quote shows the entire concept of education system. That one quote briefly says the perspectives of students in that education system. So I personally love that book. And
she started up with a question. She started up with a question asking the students, asking who are like exam. So that was an cue to the audience to engage to what she was trying to talk. So I personally like that quote, and I personally like the way how she started with a cue, asking audience, understanding the tone of the audience, and asking them if they really like it or not. And the structure of the speech was beautifully articulated. It was beautifully tailored, emphasizing on the different perspectives of students, especially during examinations. She clearly emphasized, she clearly mentioned the types of students during examinations, and she definitely elaborated about the situations that they would be going through, the kind of conversations that they would be going through. Yes, that was definitely a good stance to it. And definitely there was, she just didn't give out one particular cue. She was coming up with follow-up questions so that she could better engage with the audience, she could better relate to what the tone of she could better relate with the resonate with the mindset of the audience, which I personally like. So there are certain things that others not so great for the upcoming speeches. The humor element. So the humor element, especially when it comes to a topic like education, the kind of she was explaining about the high roller, she was explaining about the toppers. So I think during all these situations, humor comes in natural. The situations have natural humor element by itself. So rather than just explaining the kind of situation, maybe imposing a real life situation into that concept could have been a better engagement with the audience where we could be a part of what she's actually trying to say. And moreover, when it comes to gestures, human element more than talking, more than just explaining what the actual context is, or actual context is, the expression, especially when she said, I'm confused, tones where she said, a person who studies at the last moment is always confused. So a face expression of being confused, a face expression of being lethargic. So all that could be emphasized again for us to relate to what she's trying to say. And especially the use of space. Yes, she definitely did justice to her use of space, but I did expect a lot of punchlines in between so that, a lot of punchlines to add on the punch on the humor element within it. And a sense of sarcasm could also be interest. So this is my evaluation for Toastmaster. Thank you.
We will now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to fill out their ballots. Mimers, please indicate when 1 minute has passed. Toastmaster Atri, please say evaluation contest 1 to 3 in the low and high. Evaluation contest 1 to 3. Evaluation contest 1 to 3. Are they audible? Evaluation contest 1 to 3. Evaluation contest 1 to 3. Good morning, everyone. Today, our target speaker, Toastmaster Udaya, has taken us to a very relatable journey filled with nostalgia. She started her speech with a question and a quote, and then we went on to talk about so many relatable instances. She spoke about so many different types of characters in between our exam preparations, and then summed it all up into a beautiful conclusion to not confuse education with intelligence, which is a perfect way for
to conclude any speech. A few of the good things that I really liked about her speech was the introduction. To start it with a quote or an audio or a question is the best way to start any speech. And Toastmaster Udaya did just that. She started it with a quote and then went on with a question, which kept the audience engaged in the structure. And she went on to ask relatable questions in the middle, like asking about fabricators or asking about night owls. And I think that these types of characters or these types of people are there in every exam preparation. And of course, the conclusion. She started her speech in a way which was similar to the way she concluded. She concluded with a quote, which actually meant to not confuse intelligence and education together, which gave all of us a very amazing message for this message from her speech. However, a few things that I would like to recommend to our target speaker is number one, stage movement. What I noticed from her stage movement is that her stage movement was restricted towards this area, uh, which actually showed her confidence level, which was a little down in the middle. So, what I would recommend Toastmaster Udaya is to use the stage more, maybe these three regions, the triangular regions, so that the confidence level could also be raised up in the speech. Secondly, eye contact. What I noticed was her eye contact was towards the last benches of the auditorium. If her eye contact was maintained more with the audience, then the audience would also feel connected with her speech more. And the third thing is to have a little more pauses. I noticed in the middle that her speech was going very continuously. So if there were pauses in between, then that would actually slow down her nervousness even more. A suggestion that I would like to give her is to use more open body language so that the confidence level she could boost up in her speech. Apart from that, a great speech with a lot of relatability. However, a more stage movement, eye contact, and body language would make her speech even better. Kudos to the speaker. Back to concert.
We now have 1 minute of silence for the judges to fill out their ballots. Timers, please let me know when 1 minute has. Master Aditya. Toastmaster Aditya, please say evaluation contest 1, 2, 3 in a low tone and then a high tone.
Evaluation contest 1, 2, 3. Evaluation contest 1. Good morning, everyone. I am Toastmaster Aditya, and I'm here to deliver my evaluation of Toastmaster Uday's speech, Education. I love that you started with a quote. It's a great way to start. It segues perfectly into your speech. And the way you asked the questions around here, you picked out your audience interaction very well. You got us all involved. Your eye contact wasn't in one place alone. I notice a lot of speakers tend to make a mistake. You roamed from left to right, your stage movement. It was great. But there were certain improvements I noticed I thought you could make. Is that once you started noticing a lot of answers were coming towards this side of the hall, you tended to stick to the side of the hall, which is only natural, but I hope you can come to the side, treat the stage as your own. More natural rather than feeling out the side of the stage. And I noticed at the very beginning, there was one question we all missed. Because you asked the question, but you didn't allow the audience to answer it. So I noticed your pacing, you should sort of slow down a bit. I know it's nerve-wracking. You're on a stage, there's a lot of audience looking at you, and you're here to deliver a speech. But when you give yourself time to pause, it enhances your speech. It lets them know you're in control here, and then this is your speech, your stage, and your time. And the rest of the speech I thought went very well. Then you've divided us into the eight types of students. And we all know them. These are all our friends, the crammers, the night owls. I love that you related with the mom, especially. That one person who 30 minutes before the exam, you show up and you go, sorry, I don't know anything, please teach me. And I thought that was excellent, the way you put that. One more recommendation I would say is that you said these words, is it true? I think a much better way to put it away, isn't it true? Because we all agree with it anyway. But the way you phrase it's the tiniest change. I thought would be better that way. And you said literally hates. I literally hate it. You could have said I hated it because we all agree with you. But literally hates, it seems like an unnecessary adjective. Intelligence was education. It was a great point, but I thought it got lost in translation. Sort of like you you gave it out as a one-liner more than build upon it. I didn't feel as coherent, but it did make sense, so I will allow it. Your vocal variety was there. It was up, it was down. It wasn't monotone at all. But again, the pauses, sort of bringing your voice lower, sort of staying in your place, it helps a lot with the audience because they understand you better. Your overall pacing was very decent. Just slow down a bit, understand that we will listen to you. There's no going to rush. That's all I thought it was. Your body language was very well done. However, I noticed when you were walking across stage, it felt a bit forced because every time you were using your arms, it didn't feel on beat. It felt like you were thinking of something, which you were with your speech. So I thought you could make it more natural. It would work much better that way. But besides that, it was a very well delivered speech. I thought the audience interaction was great. So thank you.
Please, may we now have silence until all judges have completed their ballot sheets. Tally counters, please collect the judges' ballot envelopes when we have finished.
Yeah,
But
it was
that
very
is
useful.
Subhashi's method.
That's the
It's
method.
comforting.
I lost my speech. I think it was one deliberately told or
Switch on the camera or is
just
You're
for
saying that
mistake.
speak
shall I switch on the camera?
Because that wasn't highlighted in Sebastian's speech. Still, a lot of people highlighted. So that it gives a point.
Thank you.
This is what? No, I'm using my phone. Like, I'm connected it outside. Can
I
we
forgot
check
to
if this?
mention like
Can,
3-4 points.
can we just see if this is visible? I think it is. I think this is fine, right?
Who's there? Sean? Voting judge for?
Um, yeah, I think it's pretty. It is visible.
It's good. I think it's
Samir joined.
Our page at about the center, so I think this should be okay.
I feel like a judge. Looking at my reflection.
Boys again. My phone is there.
Somebody sits with it all the time.
Yeah, I'll be.
And she's standing here anyway. Right?
The charge is fine.
Come and if someone's right there, they can. Oh yes.
Where is Arthi?
AARTHI.
Yes.
Who's her name? Srinivas.
You want I'll get someone or I'll get.
All we get someone. This one.
Good auntie is that's
Good Nair. Yes.
that's my birth on the week.
What is in your Toastmaster actual?
We are going to be
Nice.
competent. We will win a prize anyways. Don't get disqualified. But
Maybe
I just want to make fun. I don't care even if it's you. It came with that mentality.
Are you going to talk about some girl or something again?
Because of it. No.
Hello.
Okay, fine.
Wait, who's the or what is it?
Judge.
It's unmuted, right?
Yeah, yeah. Recording is still on.
Okay. We're recording all this posterity.
What else?
If everyone's ready, we'll now begin the humorous speech contest. I will now read the purpose of the contest as defined by Toastmasters. It is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities and to recognize the best as encouragement to all. To provide an opportunity to learn by observing the more proficient speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training and to recognize the value of humor in speaking. Now, I'll go over the rules for the humorous speech contest. For the eligibility, all contestants must be a paid member. To be eligible to compete, they show again exactly section. Okay. Chief Judge, can you please confirm that the judges are qualified, that they have been briefed and are ready to go?
I think the video is on.
It is
on.
Is it transmitting? Because right now.
What's on?
So the person online is telling
They want us to know which kind of platform. I think it might be because the Wi-Fi might be slow. The video's on anyway.
I'll just ask you to connect it again.
Yes. Yeah. It's on. It's on the mic and the video both. I have on. It's on, I think.
Okay, just let him connect.
Yeah, yeah.
wait. How was the evaluation contest, guys? I didn't get to see it because I was an extra skill.
Okay, it's
I didn't get to see the test.
Yeah.
all right.
I can't ask any of the contestants also. It's change of question. All good? All right.
that my connect. See those now.
Yes. This is our way. Just confirmation if it's audible. Yes. It's full volume. The last one to confirm if it's audible. What did I think this will be talking. I'm going to join also. It's like 8.
Sorry. I have an imaginary reply. Instead of the next question.
Sorry? Yes, sure. We are like your first. You can, I think, start with that. Should I not most of the time?
Yes, I have a message from us that everyone is
Yes. Okay.
right. I get that. Good. I just revisit. Very daddy. Yeah. Hard person earlier. Yeah.
I will check you.
What is the
Not visible. Just that.
That's the point. 1 minute. Is it referred to as 1 minute of silence? We can take you to afford that access. So, our next contestant, Toastmaster Aditya N. Vertically blessed, spatially stressed. Vertically blessed, spatially stressed. Toastmaster Aditya N.
Hello everyone. How are you all? Okay. Good. Great. How many evals do you have this week?
20.
Okay, I've been having constant evals this week, and I have next week and the week after that. And I'm so happy that today's a working Saturday. So I have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, get a 7:30 bus, and reach at 8:30 so that I can attend classes at 8:50. Amazing day. Anyways, we just had refreshments, drinks. I thought something. How many of you here like milk? I am informing you guys with immense sadness that I'm judging you all right now, because I dislike milk with a moderate passion, not with a burning passion. Somewhere in between. Chocolate flavored drinks, Cavin's, Hershey's, amazing. Okay, but Boost, Bonvita, fine. Other drinks, no. Yet it is so ironic that the question I've heard the most in my life is a guy coming up to me, looking at me. Oh, so you've been having Complan, huh? The guy next to him asking me, how's the weather up there? Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. I'm Aditya Anish Nair, and I stand proudly before you as a representative of the vertically blessed community. Air might be thinner up here, but the problems aren't any lighter. I've always been the tallest one in my class, which means I get to stand in the back of the assembly line, which means I don't have to do this every day in the morning, so if someone will scold me. And I can do anything I want. I can sit chat, I can do this. Okay. I didn't do any of that because these are all just childhood dreams. I wanted to break rules, but I didn't break rules. And as I grew older, I grew taller. I know you guys are surprised because you all believe I was born like a 6'2" man. Okay, that is not the truth. I enjoyed being a tall kid. I enjoy being a tall adult, but some problems come with it. And I have started experiencing this condition called facial stress. I am a third year engineering student, a CSE student, and I'm getting into aptitude tests, technical tests, and interviews. And I believe that I have a head start over other people. I have been interviewed by my life a lot of times. Whenever I get into a bus or a plane and I look at the seat asks me, "So Aditya, why do you think you're a good fit here?" It is the truth. I am not a good fit anywhere in public transport because I have to sit like this. My knees are stuck. I can't move. This is the story of every morning for me. I come in the college bus. I have my knees frozen. As a day scholar, I can guarantee you now that I have physiological issues. I have neck, shoulder, back pain with a pinch of arthritis because my knees are frozen. And traveling is not easy in any other means of transport. Even if I'm taking the car, okay, driver seat, passenger seat, back seat. I have to stay there for 2 seconds outside the car, think, devise an algorithm in which I take 4 steps to sit inside the car and 7 steps to turn out and get out. It is not easy. You guys should see me getting in a car. It's really funny. I would recommend 100%. And it is not just the traveling issues that come with being tall. Okay, it's vision issues. I'm standing straight. I'm talking to you guys like this right now. Okay, I can't see anything below this. Long range, fine. Anything below this is not visible. So if I'm walking like this, how would I know there's something here? I wouldn't know. Okay, I'm very confident now because it's a stage. There's nothing over here. I'll walk like this. There's no rock here. There's no rock here. I can verify that. But if I'm walking outside, there's no gallery. What if I step on a dog's tail? It's all I'll be chased around. So I started, looking down and walking like this, gave me fat posture. And believe it or not, I walked into the same speed limit board in the MBA, the MBA one road. And people there is a 30-kilometer speed limit board. And I walked into that board twice. Once an accident, second time call me stupid. And I asked my dad, what do I do about this? And guys, take notes, this is an incredible technique. You can move your eyes. If you look like this, you can move your eyes up, left, right, wherever you want to. Okay, so it is a great tip that my dad gave. Please use it. And it is not just problems. I specifically said vertically blessed. I do enjoy being tall. How many of you here have raced against the monster under the bed? The monster under the bed or the monster of the dark room. You switch off the light and then you okay. I have the wingspan of Christ the Redeemer. I can people on each side and one person in front of me. It's just take 2 long strides, making these 2 rooms across. So I always was good at that. And especially when I'm going out with friends or family, I stand out in the crowd. Right. I just stand here. If anyone doesn't, whenever I go to temples, crowded temple, I just stand. My mom, whenever they see, they move to me. I'm like a lighthouse. A lighthouse or a boy in the middle of the sea. And I'm like a CCTV. I'm a camera. I can see anything. If I'm going to concerts, people behind me suffer. I enjoy. It's really fun. And when I go out with friends, another advantage for me is that my name is Aditya. If you go out to Brozone Mall, stand at Adi. 3 people. I'm there. I call Adi, he'll look at me now. Okay, so I believe I was designated with being tall. I enjoy being tall. I have working this guys. But I feel like because keep ducking and I believe that being tall helps me like look for other people. And yeah, I'm happy. I enjoy being tall even with physiological issues, and I will continue looking at them. There will be some travel struggles. I can deal with that. Options out there. Please options, let me know. Thank you. I will what was
This really bad. I would like I'm sorry for yeah, on TV. I would now like to introduce the next contestant, Roman, when when us and he just
There is one question some people find easy to answer, and some people find difficult to answer. What is that? Your interest and hobbies. What do you like to do in your free time? I don't have free time, sorry. I'm very Okay, let me ask you a question. How many times this classified? What are your interests and hobbies? Okay, I feel you. You find this in a lot of places, in online forms, in dating, in interviews, and in dating interviews, where it starts with a harder round, which is nothing but resume. You just look at the other person and you just think if this person is fit for us. And the second round is a technical round, this medium, where you just think if the person has similar interests and the person is earning a lot. And there's also a third round, which is nothing but our HR round, which I don't want to elaborate much on. It is the most easiest round, and yes, so I got it off with that. Let me come back. So I'll ask you one more question. A slightly different one. What do you like to do during your class? If someone say I just what do you like to do?
Like to escape from the professor's eyesight.
Great. That's what everyone does. That's my Sean. What do you do? Nothing. I'm- Yes, great, buddy. I was you know why? Because the joke. It is the most peaceful option. But I'll tell you something. There's another option, which is more peaceful and more pleasurable. That is called as daydreaming. Very just indirect helps. I don't know what's that. So you sit like this and you start to daydream. Yes. Yeah. I can. I am in this and you're good hands. What if what is that? So why the hands are you open your eyes. Yeah. Leave it after. And the teacher finishes happiness. Let me tell you what I did during one of those classes. It was a fine day, a month. Yes, will live in the hostel or they literally small. And then so, she brought homemade snack for us. It was not as good. Go. So they brought some muruk. Those muruk is what it is. It is basically an Indian which if you eat, it produces this muruk like a whole okay radio. It's a natural thing. It saves on the of muruk. Good. It's my mission to practice because I am the only and Ishita said, when we sit in our class, we always wish to realize that someone asks you a question and you don't know the answer, you slightly shift your head so that we can continue. That's what we will wish. And at that time only, the teacher, when they ask the question, the teacher is very clever and the teacher becomes a field soldier. Just notes everyone like this to move on you. Right? We are AI of Amrita. So that is nothing but just yeah, so just everybody. It's a lot about it is like we build an society that no one can even find us. No one even know what we're up to. So we a piece of movie and we want to. So our faculty assistant was right there in front of your fact that we are having the movie. Who knows? Even teachers have this. Can't complain. So we decided to eat the murga. And as we took the pieces and we started to eat, as we were eating, we were promising each other that we are not going to have this oily food again. Usually. It's okay. And as we eat, our eyes started darting here and there. Just like we were in a heist movie. As if we were police are coming to steal us. So one thing happened. Right when I took a piece and I ate, I saw my friend Abhirut. He was horror struck. Not because the packet was empty, because I was emptying it very faster. He was not horror struck because of that, but he was horror struck because he saw something that he shouldn't have seen. I turned like this. I was half hoping to find Professor Ambridge from Harry Potter over there, but no, someone worse than that. Yes, who it was? It was my user interface design teacher, Sajid sir, was watching us, was peering through the window like a curious giraffe. And at that moment, I went through all the 14,605 possibilities, all the outcomes, and all of it were detentions. How many did we win? Just one. But wait. Sajid sir was doing something crazy. What was that? He was doing this action. We were amazed. You know. We got a new partner in crime. You're an Avenger now, Sajid sir. But as we did that, we realized that our faculty assistant was going out to talk with him. Suddenly we got, okay. This doesn't mean that give me one also. No. This means 1 minute, please come outside. I want to talk to you. That's it. So as I wrote the title of my speech, I told my friends the title is obviously when our teacher spotted us, some people started to suspect No. No, God knows that I'm a decent boy from a decent family. Yes. And by the way, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Toastmaster Anand. And good morning to you all.
That was our last contest. Could we please have that until all judges finish marking their ballots? Talent on each correct sheets once they are. Thank you for your patience, guys. I can see that you guys are extremely capable of things and all more good. Thank you very much. Now we begin the interview session for all the candidates. I mean, sorry, for all the participants. And so on. First up, I'd like to call the first party. First master trader. Yes. Yes. I'll just pass it to one. Just take it on you. That's all. That's all. That's all. It's it. I was that change. If I can, one hand one. It's soon. I think it's like about 100. Got today. Stage. I don't want to
Just it is
this designing is also but you want to fitness so what kind of the shape? That's my
Toastmaster Veda. In our form, I asked you, what inspires you the most? And the answer you have given us is, I'm inspired by the possibility that one day I will be rich and have a closet full of Nike Jordans and I can travel anywhere I want. Would you like to speak about this further? Okay, so I'm gonna follow Veda. And I've been playing basketball since I was in fifth grade. And anybody who plays basketball would say that they've always dreamed to have that one pair of red, black and white Nike Jordans. So it is my dream to have a closet full. If you look at my Pinterest, you can see it's full of these showrooms that have these glass shelves, and they have all the colors of Nike Jordans on them. So it is my dream to have. I would not like to for hours. And I really wish that the best imagined world could be in that. Yes, I want to. Okay.
that's the
You said relate code and the coming storm.
It was flag.
You're being storm.
That I been and then I only basically just came into my mind. I was like, what? And I angry because we were only the humorous speech. So then as a low was generate and the results later. And strong. And avoid and I feel the strength in myself. I can really do it. Fun for you guys. I feel like
What point storm like skill you inherited?
one understand again.
But who will next?
I'm going to Google makes me feel like genius. Let's say something in common that you you can be genius. Do you know when I start writing this speech? And then here comes after when I and then it's more than me. But then I don't know anything. I know these 4 2 weeks, right? No, I don't want
First contest. Cardio was this week. Son, yes, the my self-esteem was the moment I asked Saveda what are my odd answers, she English. That is so it was we are step and is and and obviously not and you put your how you
So, thanks for that.
It's with more. I want bread. And there is a so I did not know what eating is. I get to be, but you know, people say, like, serious people like, so, one time relation in the human field is it was nothing. It was nothing. What is
We have
Communication joint on page. That is evaluation. Theory. Right. Very interesting. Thank you. I
Hi, Abhi. I am you really good. So you that A level yeah. So over here in college, I could be really all intensely. So yes, my
How to get to just asking for a test speaker. And I said this or that is what taking very last minute messages. But in the US system, then I will proceed to it. I don't know. I was you had our division test is on top 20th. For that. So because our division is exhausted and say that for us to is and I'm yeah, with that one, the contest shows us then the is voting the the Thank you very much. See?